What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Fake Gear. Yes, indeed, Fake Gear fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bibbidi-bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from SMB, and this is actually one of SMB's 3 prioritized requests for the month of May for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, SMB. I hope you enjoy the show, man. SMB wanted to see me react to this song by Fake Gear called Megabullets. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hold on, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Fake Gear, surprise, surprise, and the video has 221,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Megabullets. I have no idea. By Fake Gear, Kengan Ashota, Ryan Mikazuchi's theme. So I'm assuming this is from maybe an anime, possibly. Not sure which anime it is, but I'm sure everybody in the comments will let me know. That's cool. Hey, let me know. Maybe if I'm interested, maybe I'll actually check out the anime. You never know. I might. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Dear Lord, look at that gun.
Coming the worst then. Show me the better breath.
We may have a guitar solo. I like it.
I like it!
I like it. I want to say something, but I'm not going to say it until I hear the entire song. So I'm not going to say it yet. I'm going to hold off, but I do want to say something. I'm enjoying the song without question. I love the play on feel. We've had straight time. We've had halftime. In the chorus, we switched to double time. And, well, it's not, and the thing is, it's only feel. They're not actually switching time. It's just switching feel between straight time feel, halftime feel, and double time feel. All you gotta do is listen to the snare. The snare hits, and on the straight time, it's on 2 and 4. When it goes to the halftime feel, that it's still 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just the snare hits on 3 only. On the straight time, it's still 1, 2, 3, 4. Snare on 2 and 4. And when they go into the double time feel, it's still 1, 2, 3, 4 with the snare hitting on all 4 downbeats. Very smart. Very smart. Great usage of play on feel. I like the approach that they're doing with the they're utilizing the 4, root to the 4 to the root to the, I believe, no, it's root to 3 to root, I believe. Root to 3 to root to 3 to flat 2, and then back to the 3, resolve back to the root again. I like that. I like the progression with the 6 to the 5 to the root. I like that. And then in the chorus, I believe it's 4, flat 2, root, which is a nice inversion of the 1, 6, 5. No, I like it. I'm digging it. I'm digging the song. I'm digging the feel. I'm digging the energy. I'm digging the drive. The only thing I didn't dig was the effect that they put on, the filter they put on the first chorus. I don't see the point. I don't know why it was in there. And to be honest with you, I found it to be a little distracting and a little pointless. I don't feel it did anything for the song. I think if they had just come, I think they did. I think they did come down dynamically. That's all that needed to happen. If they had kept it clean, no filter, and just came down dynamically, I think it would have been a lot more effective. And I think it would have been a lot more conducive to the song. That effect, to me, was just a distraction. Putting on filters like that, there has got to be a reason. There has to be. I love it when bands, and look, I get it. It's a new toy on Christmas. I get it. It's a brand new toy, and you want to play with it, and you want to play with it, and you want to play with it. For 3 days straight, you will play with it, and play with it, and play with it, and play with it. And then you get bored with it, and you never play with it ever again. I just don't understand why bands feel so compelled that when they do get a new toy, that they have to slam it into everything they do. I don't get it. And unfortunately, it does take some songs that could potentially be really good songs, or even great songs, and it just wrecks them because they put on everything. It's like, why? It doesn't. Now, if you take in a filter like that, and it adds to the song, there's a purpose behind it. Like if there's a phone conversation, and they're depicting within the song, they're talking to someone on the phone and they put a phone filter on. Okay, no problem. That makes perfect sense. Go with it. But I don't see the purpose of that filter they used here. I don't get it. And like I said, I personally feel it was a distraction. But everything else, hitting all the marks with me. All of the marks. Let's see if I'm right about this guitar solo. Let's see if I'm correct. guitar plucking off the chord and letting it just decay and fade out. Nice. There's a number of songs that have done that for an ending, and I don't mind it. I think it works for the song. Okay. I feel comfortable saying what I want to say. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it in the review. I'm going to save it. Yeah. All right. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Fake Gear with Megabullets. This was a request from SMB, and this was actually one of SMB's 3 prioritized requests for the month of May for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, SMB. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. Okay, you know what? Let's just get to it. Let's just get to the score, and then I will talk about everything, including what I want to say. Let's start off with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.6. Yeah, 8.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.6, what does that mean? Well, an 8.6 would translate to a great scale rating, so I think it's a great song. It will also translate to 4 out of 5 stars and an A letter grade. Not a B, not a B plus, not an A minus, an A letter grade. So yeah, 8.6, great scale rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Now, how did I come to this score? Haha! So glad you asked. Okay. I'm gonna save it for the end. I'm gonna make you all wait. I'm gonna make you all wait and sit there with anticipation.
I'm gonna be upset.
Okay, so why do I think this song is great? There's a number of reasons. The biggest one, the most obvious one, the play with feel, the switching between a straight time feel, a half time feel, and a double time feel so smoothly, so well thought out, so well placed, and at the same time not overly used. But very strategically used. I love that. Starting out with the double time feel, setting that energy, setting that precedence, no problem with that. Going into the main groove, which was going to be in the straight time feel. Cool, okay, no problem for the verses, straight time. Setting up with the pre-chorus going into the halftime feel, and then on the chorus going to the double time feel. Back to halftime feel, finishing with the double time feel. I thought that was really smart. Coming out of the chorus, still in the double time feel before they went back into the straight time. I want to be very clear. They never actually switched time signatures. They were in the exact same time signature the entire time. All it came down to was feel. And that can be completely defined by the drumming, focusing on the snare placement. Was the snare placement on the 2 and the 4 for the straight time? Was the snare placement on 3 for the halftime? Or was the snare placement on 1, 2, 3, 4 for the double time feel? That was really up to the drummer, and that's going to be really kind of controlled by the drummer. I mean, the guitar and the bass and the keyboard, they're going to follow suit, obviously. But if the drummer decides to stay in straight time and the guitar and bass and keyboard try to go to double time without the snare, it's gonna be impossible. I mean, you're gonna hear something. It's gonna sound a little janky, honestly. I mean, you're gonna hear the guitars and the keyboards and the bass, chugging along at a double time feel, but without that snare to back them up, without the drums with the feel to actually back them up, it's not gonna make one bit of difference. The drummer is in complete control of the feel of the song. That is the drummer's job, is feel. So I think they did a great job assigning which section gets this, which section gets that, and which section gets this. And switching it up constantly, but not so much that it becomes distracting, just enough to keep everybody interested and keep everybody on their toes. I think it was a great job of that. So I got no problem with that whatsoever. As far as the instrumentation goes, I already talked about the drums at length. I think she did a great job with the setups and the fills. Great pattern that define each feel so I got no problem with anything the drummer did. Bass sounded good. I could actually hear the bass in the mix. It was nice. Guitar sounded nice, full, crunchy tone. I love it. Nice and thick for this style of song. Keyboards. I could actually hear the keyboard in section. I didn't hear it throughout the entire song, but then again, the keyboards may have been using like a really nice guitar patch to emulate a second guitar. Maybe that's why I didn't hear keyboard in particular. When she did her keyboard solo, you could hear it, that kind of a synth patch, like almost not quite a square wave, but definitely kind of an 80s synth patch, which sounded actually very appropriate for the song. So I got no issue with it there. The highlight, I know this is gonna sound really weird coming from me. The highlight for me personally on this song were the vocals. This might have been, I don't know if this was better than the first reaction I did to Fake here, but it's up there. I mean, this was one of the best vocal performances I've heard from her. She sounded strong. Her pitch was accurate. She had a great range that she showed off, and never, not one time, did I feel like it was a strain. Even that last high note that she sustained, that didn't sound strained at all. She sounded powerful, projected, supported, and it sounded strong. Liked it. On top of that, vibrato use, very little, if any. I don't recall hearing any vibrato at all. She might have done some briefly within like maybe the pre-chorus or, you know, ending phrases of the chorus, but for the most part, most of it, like especially that high note that she held, sustained, no vibrato, just a clean, solid, flat note. Loved it. Now, I don't mean flat in terms of pitch. I mean flat as far as vibrato goes. Just a clean, held, sustained note. That's not easy to do, folks. It really is. I know people are like, oh, that can't be that hard. Try it. Try it sometime. Let me know how that works out for you. No, I was really impressed with her vocal work on this. So between her vocal work, the play on feel, the super clean playing from everybody instrumentally, the drive and the energy of the song was off the charts, man. Absolutely off the charts. Loved everything about it. That's how I feel comfortable giving this an 8.6. In closing, I don't think it's my favorite song by Fake here, but drum roll, this is without question my second favorite song I've heard from Fake Gear so far. Without question, it might be my new favorite. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the very first reaction I did to Fake Gear. I need to go back and listen to that song and then listen to the song and like side by side and make up my mind there. But I'm telling you, folks, this is up there. It's in contention for being my new favorite. Even if it's not my new favorite, it's my new number 2 favorite without question from this band. Hands down. So yeah, 8.6. I feel great about that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap this all up in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got an 8.6, which is a great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.